Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battles? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rough. For stepping for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video. Put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO. Bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what up, Free? What's good with you?
What's going on, Price?
Ain't nothing, man. Where the boy at?
I don't know. He ain't show up. He put us on the screen.
All right, well, we in here then, man. What's going on with you, Free? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. Fresh off a Super Bowl game yesterday. I'm good.
Who you had winning?
I picked the Chiefs to win.
You picked them to win?
Yeah, I thought the Chiefs was going to win. The 49ers had an opportunity, but they settled for a field goal instead of trying to get that touchdown.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Then the coaches said they didn't know about the overtime rule in the playoffs. I thought that was kind of crazy, but nevertheless, I thought it was a good game. You know, I was going for San Fran out there, but I ain't mad. I ain't had no dog in the race. You know what I mean? My team, the Eagles, we was out, so it is what it is. But what's going on, man? What we got today? It's a lot of stuff going on in the boxing world right now, man. What you got? You got something? Set it off.
I mean, well, we all know that Shakur Stevenson said he's not retired, which we already knew that.
Right.
Then we had the whole little altercation between Ryan and Devin that I believe was staged.
It did look a little wrestling-ish, but nevertheless.
Yeah, which is good to get the people interested in watching the fight because they need to sell that fight.
Absolutely.
What's going on, BVO?
What's going on with y'all, brothers? How y'all feeling?
Man, we out
good.
Here, man.
I'm trying to get all settled in, but salute to my man Carlos V said, "Is this real? I thought Shakur retired. I'm good. I'm good for him to come back straight to Tio said a lot in this fight." I don't know if you guys heard, but breaking news was that two-time lineal champion Teofimo Lopez was offered to fight against the Puerto Rican star Shakur Stevenson. So I think that's a good fight. I think Tio would beat him to death. But I think that'll be a good fight for boxing, man. You know, two Spanish fighters getting in there. They always do pretty well. You got two fan bases, man. You know, it'll be great for boxing.
Wait, what fan base? Tio don't have a fan base, but you.
Hey, I think it would be a good fight. The only problem with
Definitely.
that fight is Tio said he's walking away from Devin, Shakur, and Tank.
Yep. Recently.
Yeah,
So
he said that, but I don't know if you guys heard. The Puerto Rican star Shakur Stevenson just signed a brand new 5-fight deal. I think it's a total of 4 years with Top Rank. So he just signed a 7-figure deal with Top Rank. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So all the talk is him being a free agent. That's all good. But I guess his bosses, Jay Prince, and then finally got him in line. So
I don't know. I don't know if he signed it yet. I heard that he might be accepting a deal from Top Rank, but I haven't heard that he signed it yet.
Yeah, I don't think
they said it's a strong possibility that he might accept the deal from Top Rank, but
because what is he going to do if he doesn't? Like, I mean, the way PBC set up, I don't even know if they're going to. I'm just still rooting for PBC, but I don't know. Okay, is he going to go to the zone? Ain't no food over there. All the food is with Bob. You know, I mean, you got Tank and Devin. Devin can, if you want to do Devin, Devin can come over there. You know. Or Tank can come over there and they can make the fights, but does he free to ask you a question? Does he have a choice?
He has a choice. It depends on which route Shakur wants to go. If he wants to go the route to be a unified champion and possibly try to be undisputed, he would stay with Top Rank. If he wants to make the big fights, he probably need to go elsewhere or be a free agent because Tank Davis is not signed to Top Rank, and we already know that Top Rank and PBC they have their issues at times when they're trying to make fights. And and Devin Haney is not signed to Top Rank. I don't know if Devin Haney is going to sign another deal to Top Rank for the Shakur fight because they already offered for a fourth option, and Bob told them no. So I don't know if they're going to revisit that again. So
what do you got up there?
I would say this that I talked to a couple of people, and I think we got to stop talking about the Abdul Wahid fights versus Devin, versus Shakur, or even versus Teofimo Lopez. You know, because at the end of the day, Tank is not going to chase backwards. He's already a star. He's already kind of made his bones. I was reading an article. Tank made I think it was $15 million at the crypto arena, formerly known as Staples Arena. So I didn't realize Tank was making that kind of money on a gate. He had made $15 million. So the whole talk about, you know, and it's kind of getting really bad where you see Bill Haney going after, you know, Abdul Wahid for whatever reason. But he's not about to fight those guys. He's not going to go backwards, man. He's already a star. He's going to look to fight guys who actually can help build that. And even Devin Haney himself, who's a good fighter. I think he did something like 15 or 20,000 pay-per-views with Regis
Cat.
Something like I don't know. That's
well, there's rumors going around that that fight did 151,000 buys. And the zone doesn't release their numbers anyway. So why does everybody?
No, see the thing is Devin Haney came out and told everybody that it was 135,000 pay-per-view. That's what Devin Haney put on his Twitter account. And that's where everybody getting the new numbers from.
I heard the numbers on BF TV show, and he has close ties to the Haneys. And he said,
but you can't listen to that. Yeah. That's somebody.
Well, they got their friends though, so I kind of got to have my ear open.
Is he going to be honest? Is he going to be honest?
I mean, that was the argument. That was a lot of other people's argument. Is the Bill going to give them a fake number for BF to run with? But nevertheless.
BF told everybody where he got it from is the same place everybody else got it from. It was from Devin Haney. Devin Haney was the one that put it out. Yes. So it's not like he got it from another source. He got it strictly from the horse's mouth. He got it from Devin Haney. He said that the pay-per-view sale was 135,000. So
but it's the thing. He's a promoter. And I love Devin Haney like anybody else, but he's a liar. Bill's a liar. Bill and Devin Haney, they both are liars. I mean,
you can't.
I'm not saying. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can't say he's lying because you don't have anything to back that he is lying. So
it's other things I've seen him lie about.
It's only the only words you got that's that you could stand on is the person that was actually in the fight and the person who is actually a promoter who has access to those numbers. The only other person that got access to those numbers outside of Devin Haney is Eddie Hearn.
So, and they don't
but,
release no numbers anyway.
But
they
Devin's
never
both
did.
of that. But Devin's both of those. I think the thing. All I'm saying, I don't know about the guy that you just mentioned. I don't know him very well. I know Freak knows him. I'm just saying he's not probably going to be honest about a personal friend. And from what I've heard, the man has stayed at their home before. So I doubt he would be honest on his information. His information would be garbage because it's a friend he's talking about. Just like this,
it's different. It's different. BF is not going to sit here and lie. BF is going to tell you the truth. He ain't going to sit here and lie. Now, if the information he got is not accurate, he'll tell you. Well, the person that told me was this person. He wasn't accurate. It's not that I wasn't accurate. I'm giving you what he told me. So it's not. He's not making the numbers up. And like I said, he got it the same place everybody else got it from. All you got to do is go to Devin Haney's Twitter account and you'll see it up there. He put it up there. It was 135,000. It's not something that BF is just saying. It was put out there by Devin Haney.
Shout out to Bentley and Shelton Moore.
I know you got a personal relationship. My bad. I know you got a personal relationship with him. I'm not saying anything about him in particular. I don't know him. I'm just saying I highly doubt that a personal friend would be honest. I just doubt it. I doubt that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not lying on nobody. I'm not lying for nobody. I'm not lying on nobody. I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. If you went out here and you made a fight and your fight bombed and they come to me, they be like, "Hey dog, tell me how much did the fight really do?" I'm like, "Man, that man ain't do nothing. The fight was trash." I don't care who you are. I'm not gonna sit here and exaggerate. The same way when people say, "Hey, how much do Gary Russell really make for these fights? Has he cracked $1 million?" He might have cracked $1 million one time in his career. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and exaggerate his numbers because those numbers can be found out. So if he goes out here and lie, and then all of a sudden DeJones said, "You know what? We're gonna put all the numbers out," and then we find out that he lied. Then it doesn't. Everything that he said from that point up until that point is not credible. Nothing that he said is credible. So there's no need to lie about it. Even you tell the truth or you're not.
Shelton Moore said Stevenson beats Lopez easy.
Well, let me get back. Let me get back. I want to do a better job of narrating the show. I want us to be on our topic. So what I got to ask you guys is this. So first question would be, when you hear about Teo and Shakur fighting, who would you say is more skilled? I'm not talking about records. I'm talking about strictly skills. Who would you say was more skilled? I'll start with you, Free. Go ahead.
I would say Shakur is more skilled. And the reason I say that is because we've seen Shakur fight as a counterpuncher. We've seen Shakur fight going forward. We know Shakur has better defense. Shakur, in my opinion, has better footwork. And that's what I look at. When I look at Teo is a fighter that only can fight as a counterpuncher. When he go forward, he's not very good. His defense has a lot of holes. He rely on athleticism. He doesn't rely on the fundamentals of boxing. So he's very athletic. Now, if you want to say who's more athletic, you probably would lean towards Teo. But when we talking about the actual boxing skills, Shakur Stevenson is more skillful as a boxer.
I agree with Free. Shakur is a much more superior boxer, and I'll give you the athlete thing. Teo's a little bit more athletic, but Shakur Stevenson is a master at distance, and his footwork and his defense and his jab. And when he come to fight, he gonna come and fight. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen him with Jamel Herring, he was walking him down. I mean, Shakur was in his bag. That was his best performance to me. You know, and like the Oscar Valdez fight, he can go backwards. He can do it all, bro. He just need the right dance partner. You know what I'm saying? Shakur needs the right dance partner. But to answer your question, he's a way more better boxer, fighter, whatever you want to call it, than Teofimo Lopez. Way better.
So I would say this. You know, one of the mistakes that boxing fans made very early on was when they called these young guys the Four Kings. And I'm speaking about Teofimo Lopez, Abdul Wahid, Devin Haney, I think it was Teofimo Lopez. And they said that these guys were the young kings, and I think that's such an unrealistic title. And I'm gonna tell you why BVO says that. It's because these guys haven't done anything outside of Devin and Shakur and Teo. No one has really done anything. And I think to myself, does this prove? And I'm gonna ask you guys this question: does this prove that boxing is headed the wrong way? I'll let you guys expound on that.
No, I'm gonna say no. That's not an unrealistic title because when they gave that title to Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, and Duran, at the time that they gave him that title, none of those guys had really did anything. They did about as much as these four kings that we're talking about. You got one guy who was undisputed. You got two guys that was unified, and you got three guys. Well, all four of them are multi-division champions. They did about the same amount of body of work up until this point. So it's not unrealistic. And you got to remember, they calling them the four kings because these are the four fighters that's most talked about of this generation. So that's why they calling them the four kings. These are the four fighters that they believe are the best of this generation. So
hey, Free,
that's the reason why they got that.
Hey, Free, you mind if I ask you a question? Hold on one second. Free, you mind if I ask you a question?
What's that?
So I hear what you say. You said it didn't do nothing, but that's untrue because Roberto Duran reigned for almost 7, 8 years. I think he's considered. I could be wrong. Some people might have somebody else, but I think he's considered the greatest lightweight to ever live. I wouldn't say that about. Maybe you can probably say that about maybe Leonard, maybe Hearns a little bit, but they fought real early on in their 20s, and Roberto Duran pretty much. I think Roberto Duran probably is greatest lightweight. And let's not forget, Marvin Hagler had to go to court to get his middleweight belt. So when they got those accolades as the four kings, they had put a lot of work in. I don't want to be unfair and say they put a lot of work in. Free. Go ahead, my bad.
No.
I just had to put that in there.
Peace to you, BBO. Peace to everybody on the panel, man.
What's going on?
Thanks for having me on. I want to get in on this and just say that
let Free finish.
it really doesn't
and
matter.
then we go right to you. We'll go right to you after we get done with Free. I interrupted Free. That's my fault. Go ahead, Free.
No, but what you're saying is exactly what I said. They did about the same amount because if you look at Roberto Duran was at 135. He moved up to 147, and when he moved up to 147, he had multiple fights before he got to Sugar Ray Leonard. So he was already considered as one of the four kings before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Now we look at these guys. These guys hasn't fought each other yet. If you depending on who you consider as part of the four kings. If you're saying it's Teo, Shakur, Devin, and Tank, these guys hasn't fought each other yet. The same way Roberto Duran hasn't fought Sugar Ray yet when he was considered one of the four kings. So yeah, he was a champion at 135. He wasn't a multi-division champion at the time that he was crowned as one of the four kings. So they did about the same amount of work at the time that they're in right now, because like I said, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney has been a undisputed champion. Teofimo Lopez is a unified champion, also a multi-division champion. Shakur Stevenson is a unified champion, also a multi-division champion. Tank Davis is a multi-division champion, a 5-time champion. So they did about the same amount of work. It all depends on how you grade the level of competition that they fought. That's what it comes down to. If you want to say, okay, who was the better four kings, you grade the level of competition. But like I said, the reason why they're considered the four kings is because these are the four guys that's being talked about the most, and these are the four guys who are considered the best of their generation.
Yeah, and go.
Yeah,
I don't know if you mind. Prize, do you want to go, or do you want to give?
I wanted to read some of the brothers' comments, so I'll just defer to my partner Marky Dan. I'll let him cook real quick because he just got up here, and then I'll come back with the comments because I was reading the comments. So shout out to Dub Right Side.
No, Yeah. Thanks, Prize. I just wanted to say I wanted to getting on the conversation. Um, and free. I get you saying Shakur Stevenson is one of the kings just based on the fact that Ryan Garcia is. I mean, when you talk about not doing shit, he really hasn't done anything to deserve to be in that type of class or distinction. But Shakur Stevenson does not consider himself one of the kings. The the whole four kings thing came up because Ryan Garcia, Haney, Tank, and Teal, they were all at 135. And that's just what that was. Shakur, I think he was at 126 when that whole four kings thing started. But I don't really like. What was your initial question, BVO? Your initial question was, did they deserve? Do they deserve the title?
No, what I was saying, what I basically was saying is when you say the four kings, I was saying in my opinion, I thought it was an undeserved title because you got to remember how much work Roberto Duran put in, how much work. I mean, people forget Marvin Hagler fought a lot of guys before he. I mean, the man
Uh,
had to go to court to get his dog on middleweight championship
yeah,
opportunity. Go ahead.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I don't think it matters if they put in any work because they were given the title out of simply hype.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
title of Four Kings was put on Haney
it's
before
all
he
hype.
became undisputed. Yeah, before Tank became the face
Yeah,
of boxing, quote unquote, and all that other shit.
true.
And
Shout
Ryan
out to
Garcia still hasn't done
oh,
shit,
my
bro.
bad,
So
Mike.
yeah.
My bad,
No, I
Mikey.
mean, no, I know. I
Let me,
agree
hey,
with you that
free.
it
Let me
was.
Let
read
me get
one of
some of
these
them comments.
comments.
Let me
Yeah,
get
let me
some
read a
comments,
couple of
Free.
the brothers' comments, and then you can have it back. Shout out to Luis Diaz. He said Shakur and Matisse are the most avoided fighters in boxing right now.
Yeah.
Boxing is heading in the wrong
I want to
way.
see the two of them fight.
Fighters nowadays are afraid of losing. I agree with you to an extent. I don't think boxing's heading in the wrong place, but Sheldon
I
Moore
want to
said
see
Roberto.
Shakur.
Hold
Oh,
on,
my
real quick.
bad,
Go ahead.
probably.
No, you good. You good. Shout out
No,
Sheldon. He
I
said
was just gonna say I
Roberto
want to
Duran
see
is the greatest
Theo.
lightweight of all
Let me
time.
read these comments real quick, and then we'll let you get in there, Mark. Go
Sheldon
ahead.
said Roberto Duran is the greatest lightweight of all time. Then he said you're wrong, Free. Shout out to the homie Dub. But nah, go ahead with
I
y'all was
never
saying.
said Roberto wasn't the greatest lightweight of all time. I never said that at all.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
No, what is
you
the
wait.
greatest lightning of all time?
He wasn't saying that. He was saying that to the fact that you say he hadn't done a lot before he went to 147. Before he was already a Hall of Famer for what he did at lightweight. What he did at 147 and onward was really just him patting on to greatness already. I think that's what he was speaking to. But let me go in a different direction with this. I want to ask you guys a very important question. So when you see a guy like a Devin Haney, a Teofimo Lopez that are actively seeking greatness, right? I want to ask you guys this, and this is probably a little personal. So if you're a little squeamish, this is BVO Boxing, the doghouse. We talk real. I'm a little worried about the heart of each man, and when I say the heart of each man, when I look at Devin Haney, I see a guy who's very stable, who's comfortable in his own skin. And then when I see Teofimo Lopez, I see a guy who's very unsure of himself, who almost has been babied too much. It's like he talks about Devin Haney, some of the things he says about Devin Haney being spoon-fed, this, that, and the third. I think he's saying about himself. And I'm going to tell you why, and I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about this after I give this example. So when we see Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, a lot of people knew Devin Haney lost. But the fact that Devin Haney, and if you look at the videos of Slomo, he looked at Loma when he won and he celebrated. Where compared to Tio when he fought just recently Ortiz or George Camp. Let's go to George Kambosos. When he fought George Kambosos, when he lost, not George, I mean Ortiz. My mistake. When he fought Ortiz and he beat Ortiz, he almost did nothing but give you one of the most shameful press conferences in boxing history, where he just was a piece of garbage. I gotta call it what it was. The way he talked about the people, he's a piece of garbage. So my question would be to y'all would be this: Salute the Queen in the chat. Who's going to end up being the greatest out of these two if we looking at their mindsets? Because I'm kind of worried about Tio. And I don't know if you guys are worried in that fact, but let me know what you guys think. Go ahead, Free. Start us off. Oh, Freeman, my bad. Go ahead, Mark. My bad. Go ahead, Mark. You on fire. Let's go. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, not even looking at the mindsets, looking at the skill sets. I think Devin Haney is gonna be the greater of the two. I see him washing Teal, but I do agree with you. I think Teal is very insecure right now. I think he's always been very unsure of himself. I think the belts really inflated his ego. And then when that got took in and he got slapped down to earth, he had to rebuild himself. I think he's still rebuilding himself.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think Devin Haney, he's going to be the greater out of the two when it's all said and done. I think if they fight right now, he washes him. But Teofimo, he's still young. I mean, what is he? He's 26 years old.
Yeah, ain't
He
they
still
all
has
around the same
time.
age?
Yeah, he still has time to go learn the skills to be an intelligent pursuer so he can get to that level with the Shakurs and the Haneys and the Tanks, hopefully.
Yeah, T.O. ain't a bad fighter. Like I said, T.O. can rumble when he wants to. When he wants to. You know what I mean? T.O. is like J.R. Smith. You remember J.R. Smith? You like J.R. Everybody like J.R. Smith. But he come out and shoot 4 for 32 one time. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You don't know what
Hit
you're going to
10
get.
threes one
He can
time.
be great, but you don't know what you're going to get. But boxing, whether you like him or not, and I'm going to keep repeating it on this platform, boxing needs a bad guy, somebody that's hated like T.O. You know, he doesn't got any real fans. A lot of people ain't really checking in on him. His views bombed out on ESPN. BVO ain't gonna bring that up, but I will. He's very unsure of himself, like my partner Marky said, and I don't know what's wrong with him, but you know we need him in there to see what's going to happen. I think Devin will beat him up. Devin is greater now, and he'll be greater when it's all said and done because of the smoke Devin Haney won. See, if the way Devin Haney is, bro, he can afford a loss. You know what I'm saying? He can go in there and it ain't gonna hurt him because the way he want to rumble everybody, he really does, bro. He really believes in himself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't moving funny out here too much. He ain't moving too funny. So I think Devin Haney is just gonna be just when it's all said and done, nobody's gonna remember T.O.
Yeah, I mean, T.O. is what he is. I mean, he's already been this. I told y'all the one thing that I don't like about T.O. is his head is not on straight. It's something wrong with his mental, and until he get that fixed, he's always going to have that issue. He reminds me of a light a junior welterweight Mike Tyson. He has skills, but his head ain't on straight. You always wonder when Mike got into those mid to late 90s, you started listening to the press conference that Mike Tyson was talking. You was like, "Man, what the fuck is going on with Mike?"
Mike was tripping.
Yeah, and that's how T.O. was sounding on Thursday. You telling the fans to suck your dick, but then you sitting there talking about is a human race. It's only one race. It's a human race. I want to thank God, my Lord and Savior. But you
he
telling the
went
fans to
straight.
suck your dick.
You
I'm
did
like,
right. He went from that to that. It was so crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like, that man's head is not
I
on
think
straight.
he gets high.
Well, let me ask you guys this. And this will be a good question. So that being said, we know about T.O. I'm wondering, does this prove a point? And this is stepping away from boxing for a second. If you coddle your kids too much, you're not going to get the proper results, even if they are skilled. Because I know a lot of guys up here, on the panel are going to cap and say T.O.'s not talented. I hear my man Sheldon in the comments saying T.O.'s not talented, which is, and I'm going to use a cuss word, that's total bullshit. You don't become a two-time lineal champion and fight the best guy in two divisions and you don't have talent. I want to have a real conversation. What I'm saying is this. I'm wondering, did T.O. Sr. do a bad job of helping his son with life skills? I think T.O.'s lacking some life skills. This is a personal sport. You know what they say about boxing is very true. 80% is mental. And it shows every time I see Teofimo on the ring. 1 minute he looks like Superman when he fought Josh Taylor. We never seen Josh Taylor get beat like that. Beat him pull the post. We never seen nobody take the fight to Loma like he did. But my question is this. Do you guys think the fact that each father, we put both fathers up, do you think, would you rather do it the way Bill Haney did, or would you rather do it the way T.O. Sr. did? How would you guys do it if you had a choice?
I'm doing it the way Bill did. You know what I mean? Build his son up, get his son in the gym. He got his son around the right people early, the Mayweathers. You know what I mean? and they did everything. They built him up. He was in dog fights. He probably got
But
beat up some, and he probably was doing his thing. And
but
it
I
is what
mean,
it is.
T.O. Senior. I
Let
mean,
him let him finish.
he didn't put his son in. Oh, my bad. I thought Prize was finished.
Oh, you done,
Nah,
Prize?
nah, nah, I was
Let
just
it.
gonna say, but
Oh, let
like,
him
but
get it
Mark,
out. Get it out.
nah, I was
Get
just
it out.
about to say, but T.O. ain't want to sit up here and say like Teofimo Senior is a bum ass daddy or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. I think he's doing a great job with his son, even though they say stuff and we don't like them. But he has gotten his son to this point, and that's very far in life. So I have to give him some credit. So I'm not gonna just come and take a shit on Teofimo Senior. I think both them dads is doing a good job with their sons. Yeah, people go in ups and downs and have problems here and there, and they go through life things. I went through things in my life with my parents, but it is what it is. And they at this point, so shout out to both of them.
And Prize is a rich kid, so he knows, both sides. This would be like a Devin Haney. My man Prize will understand this, man, because this is a kid who grew up with everything. So he would know better than anybody. Go ahead, Mark.
No, no. I was just gonna say. I don't think it's fair to say like T.O. Senior is a bad parent or anything like that. But Prize did correct himself, so my bad, bro.
No,
But
you good.
no, T.O. Senior, he's put his son in a great position. He's a two-time lineal champion. He beat Lomachenko. Uh, I think right now they just need to bring in the correct trainer. Maybe somebody like a Israel Salas or
Good
excuse me,
point.
what's his name? What he trained Joe Joyce and Ugas. What's his name?
Yeah.
I forget. I know who you're
Uh,
talking
Well,
I
about.
can't
whichever
think of his
one,
name.
whatever his name is. Huh?
Go ahead. I can't think
Well,
of his name
whatever
right
his
now.
name is. Yeah, whatever his name is. They need to bring somebody in. But you ask who? What would I do it like? I do it the Bill Haney way.
Go.
Absolutely. I would have started out independent. I would have bet on myself and bet on my son's talent.
And cash
Man,
out.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
I would have did it. I mean, I'm doing it the same way Bill Haney is doing it. I'm in my kids' life every single day, and I'm telling them what they need to do to be a strong young man in this world. But at the same token, what we fail what y'all fail to mention is the
mm,
problem that T.O. has is his father never tell him when he's doing something wrong. Everything T.O. do is right. That's
Mm.
the problem.
yeah.
The problem he has too many yes men in his camp. He doesn't have enough people that's going to keep it 100 with him. And I think that's the difference between Devin Haney's camp and T.O.'s camp. Devin Haney's
Mm-hmm.
camp, they'll let him know, hey, no, that you're doing that wrong. You got to do it like this. T.O. is however T.O. do it, he's doing it right. That's where the problem is. They don't admit when something is going wrong. They all like it's everybody else's fault. Oh, the judges was against me. The referee was against me. They didn't do this. I got robbed in this situation. No,
Mm-hmm.
you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do. That's why you had the outcome that you had. So that's the problem that they have.
Let me read these comments real quick. My man, Luis. Salute to my man. You know what? Luis is a good brother, man. I appreciate this brother. One of the best supporters we have in BVO Boxing. Salute to
Shout
you, my
out to
brother.
Luis.
Luis do a lot of capping though. He do a lot
Lewis.
of capping, but that's Lewis. That brother do a lot of capping, man. But it's cool. He said Tio was bluffing. He is looking for a way out. He's very insecure right now. His confidence level is not up to par. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
salute to my brother. Like that. He said Tio is an afterthought. That's definitely cap. He said,
Damn.
salute to Queen, got a slap shaking my head. Like that said, Tio, split personalities. My man Bentley said, Tio hate is for real. That's a fact. The Tio hate is for real. Shout out to my man Prize Fighter. Probably one of the biggest haters of Teofimo Lopez there is.
I ain't no hater of the
He
TL.
said Haney is very talented, but he's avoiding Shakur and Matias. He said Luis, bro, Luis Diaz, bro, stop the cap. Tio didn't have a real father figure in his life. Wow, that's crazy. He
I don't
said
know about that one.
Bill did it better like that. He fight Ryan Garcia, bro. That's a fact.
Hey, but
But
BVO,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask you move on from T.O. because we know you love him. Because
Oh, here we
listen,
go with the live, man.
I'm about to say like that
we
Jerron
know
Ennis
you.
situation
We
is crazy. Talk about that. I'm tired of talking about. Teofimo.
Well, I want to bring this up. I want to bring a very valid point up for you guys. What do you guys think about a guy like and I know I'm gonna hear about this in private, salute to his father, about a guy like Jerron Ennis clout chasing Terrence Crawford? What do you guys think about that? Is that something that you would say would be disgusting because he knows he's not gonna get the fight? Or why is he dating Terrence Crawford? Tell me why does that make sense in you guys' opinion?
No, that's something that has been done since the beginning of time. The young guy wants it shot, and the old guy is not giving it to him because typically in history, the young guy beats the old guy. That's what the sport of boxing is built on. And Bud Crawford realizes this is his chance to cash out, and he wants to move up and fight Canelo. As a matter of fact, I saw a report today from Blue Blood that it's all but confirmed that Canelo is fighting Terrence Crawford. So, no. Yeah, I don't see that as clout chasing, though. No. That's him. He genuinely wants to fight.
He'll fight him. He definitely will fight him.
Yeah.
He's stuck in his lawsuit right now. But I don't know the major details on it, but I know it's like a breach of contract situation. But I don't know if Jerron will have, if that's going to keep him out of the ring. Let's hope it doesn't. But that's going down, and it has to be talked about.
Who's the plaintiff?
Jerron is the plaintiff. He wants out. He wants to be, out because he had that deal with Showtime, and Showtime ain't here no more. So where is he fighting at? Where's the money coming from? You know what I mean? So he's in a lawsuit.
Oh,
right
he's
now.
still with Showtime?
On paper, yes.
I try to tell y'all that's who he was. That's who he was signed to.
Yeah, he wasn't signed to Al Heyman. He wasn't signed to Al Heyman. I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. I knew he had an exclusive deal with Showtime.
Yeah, I told y'all he was not dealing with PBC. And Steven Espinoza came out and tweeted it. He said yes, he is not part of PBC. He has an exclusive deal with Showtime. Yeah. We hold his contract, not PBC. That's what I was trying to tell you.
They out of boxing now. Jerron Ennis got this lawsuit going on because Cameron Duncan died. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not with the promotional company. It's with the management. Cameron Duncan passed, and his management had the person that took over for Cameron Duncan had breached the contract according to Jerron Boots Ennis. And so he wants to get out of that contract with the manager.
Okay.
So really,
what I want to see happen, what I like to see happen is Conor Benn and Earl Spence. Then the winner fight Boots. Let's see that happen.
I really tell you this, man. I want Boots to stop playing, man, and go to 54 and get a real fight. We know he can beat everybody at 47. It's time to move up, man. I think it's sad that he doesn't believe in himself enough to go.
Hold on.
That's cat.
How you gonna say it's time for him to move up?
When
everybody said he hasn't fought nobody yet. How's it time for him to move up?
There's nobody to fight, Free.
Yes, it is. You got Stanley Jonas. You got Crowley.
Who's that?
Conor Benn.
Mario Barrios. You got.
Hold on. Before I say anything,
to maintain at 140.
Before I say anything, I just heard Marky Dan say Conor Benn looked like hot garbage his last fight. That's what you said, Mark. So how is it a good fight now? That'd be the difference of boxing fans. Y'all be trying to tear people down and then say it's a good fight.
He don't look like hot garbage in his last fight. You still want the big fights, right? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Right.
Here we go, man. But I'll say this, man. He said PBC.
What you talking about,
PBC, he said PBC signed a deal with Amazon Prime to televise their fights. No cap and straight facts. I think the thing that's being missed in this is that no matter what we say about Jerron Ennis, man, he's not a draw. He's almost like the reincarnation of Bernard Hopkins, man. He's very boring. Other than that Villa fight that he just had, he hasn't been in there with anybody with a pulse. We've seen him duck Terrence Crawford. He left the WBO. He never wanted to fight the best. He never did. So I don't understand why we keep playing this game like Jerron Ennis is this great fighter who wants to fight everybody. He doesn't want to fight anybody. We heard Terrence Crawford on the phone on Made All Worth a Game say why you leave my belt sanctioning body? Why you leave my sanctioning body if you want to fight me?
BVO just saying anything.
Yeah,
That's a
BVO
lie.
BVO just talking.
That's a fact.
How you gonna say he dunked
Terrence Crawford
Terrence Crawford?
embarrassed him in the interview.
How you gonna say he dunked Terrence Crawford when he's trying to fight Terrence Crawford? And Terrence Crawford was the one that said, "I'm not fighting him. It's a high risk, no reward." Terrence Crawford the one said, "I'm not fighting him." Jerron never said, "I'm not fighting Terrence Crawford." He said, "I want to fight him."
Now let me take you to school on this, Free.
You ain't gonna take me to school. I'm gonna school you.
Let's remember this. Let's remember this. When he was in the WBO title eliminator, he had a chance to fight Virgil Ortiz, and he had a chance the winner would get to fight the man would get to fight Bud. Virgil Ortiz said he wasn't ready yet. Okay, that's fine. He was having a hard time making weight. So the thing is this. Boots Ennis left the WBO. He could have had the David Avenesian spot, but he didn't take it because he didn't think he could beat Terrence Crawford. He went the easy route and took the IBF championship because he knew at some point whoever had it was going to vacate it. He knew that was coming because Errol Spencer's so inactive. He was so, and I think the last time he defended the belt was Russell Campo. It had been such a long time since they had an IBF mandatory, so they knew that belt was coming up. So what y'all missing is Jerron Ennis is a businessman. At the end of the day, if he's a great fighter, like some people say, he should be a man and go up to 54 where the smoke is. Why is he not fighting Tim Tszyu? I don't think he has the nuts.
Now you finish or you done? Because now let me school you. Because we all know when you're the WBO super champion, you have a mandatory every 18 months.
Right.
We do know that, right? And so that means Jerron Boots Ennis wasn't due for a fight with Terrence Crawford. So he wasn't getting that fight no time soon. And they was, quote unquote, in the negotiation to making the Earl Spence fight. With the IBF, they gave them a deadline. After y'all have y'all fight, whoever's the champion, whoever has that belt, has to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. I don't care about the rematch. You have to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. That's the reason why he went the IBF route, because he knew he was going to get a fight with one of them. Because when Jerron Boots Ennis was coming on the scene, he was making his name. He said, I want to fight whoever the champion is. I want to fight Earl. I want to fight Bud. I want to fight whoever got the belt.
He never said Bud, Free. He never said Bud's name.
Yes,
ever.
He did. Hold
never,
on. Yes, he did. Bud was the first name that he said. Earl was the second name. Yes, he did. Go back and look at the interview. He said, I want to. Dog,
did
he said.
Did you hear him a $1 worth of game when he was on the
dog?
Sleep
Listen what I'm telling you. When he first mentioned about fighting Earl and Bud, he said Bud name first, and then he said Earl, and that's when Earl got on FaceTime with Boots, and he said, I hear what you're saying. You're gonna get your chance. You just gotta wait your turn. You're gonna get your chance. Earl got on FaceTime with Jerron Boots Ennis first before Wallow called Boots. Bud never got on the phone call with Jerron Boots Ennis. Earl did, and he said you're gonna get your chance. So Jerron always wanted to fight him, and he said he knew the only way he was going to get a chance was to get the IBF, the interim belt, because the IBF don't normally give out the interim belt. They only gave it out one time before that. They only gave it out one time. You usually become you fight an eliminator and then you fight the champion. They usually don't give out an interim belt. So he knew wherever way it went, he was going to fight one of those two guys, whoever won that undisputed title.
And I get what you're saying, but when I heard the two guys on
the
radio show on the $1 million worth of game, salute to Wallow and Gilly, Philly boys, he said, Terrence said, why did you say my name? He said, I want everybody. That's what Jerron said. I get what you're saying. That's the thing I'm telling you. Roy Jones Jr. was at 160 for such a brief time, and then he chased up and chased James Toney down. The thing I'm saying, if Jerron Ennis is what they say is, there's a young guy out there named Tim Tszyu who's beating everybody to death. Why wouldn't he grow a pair of nuts and go after
they don't fight at that weight class.
Beat Tim Tszyu. That's why he can't beat Tim Tszyu.
He's not in the same weight class. He's a welterweight. You're talking about a junior middleweight.
Jerron Ennis is a welterweight.
He's the IBF welterweight champion right now. Why would he give up his spot to do that? And Tim Tszyu got to fight
at 180 pounds versus Sergey Lipinets. This guy ain't no dog.
Tim Tszyu got a fight already scheduled, so his name is irrelevant.
Because that's a big ass fight.
Jerron Ennis has business at 147. He wants his chance to become undisputed and man at 147, and then he'll
See,
move up.
this
That's
is
what's going to happen.
this is the problem with BVO. He keep living in the past, and he think these guys are the guys from the past. They not. They themselves. They not the guys from the past. That Jerron Boots Ennis is Jerron Boots Ennis. Roy Jones is Roy Jones. They're not the same guy. They might fight similar, but they're not the same guy.
But I don't see no problem with him deciding to move up and pursue a Tim Tszyu fight. Like, that would be huge for his career, especially if Stanionis doesn't want to fight you. If Mario, I don't see any reason why Barrios would duck a fight, but is Barrios going to have a title? Do we know he's going to have a vacant title in his next fight?
He got a belt.
He got an
Also, he has the belt right now. Terrence Crawford's vacated.
Yeah, they stripped. So you got Bud got 2 belts. Boots got 1, and Mario got 1.
Salute to my brother Josh Sanders supporting black television, man. I appreciate that. But let me ask you.
Which belt Mario's got?
So let me say this. Sure. Why are you not holding Jerron Ennis to these high standards you hold every other fighter to? At the end of the day, put his ass in there. Put his ass in there with Tim Tszyu.
BVO is attacking.
Put him in there.
You're not making no good point.
Put him in there with Tim Tszyu. If he say, hold on. If he say he's as good as he is, there's nobody at 147 that can beat him. Take your ass up there and fight them guys at 54. Let's see if you can run.
How do you know that there's nobody at 147 that can beat him? Now, I believe that he beats everybody at 147, but that's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee that he beats everybody at 147. He hasn't beat everybody at 147. According to y'all, he hasn't faced nobody at 147.
Right. They ain't fought nobody from what y'all said. So he has business at 147. I don't want to talk about Jerron Ennis at 154 because he hasn't mentioned anything about it yet. He's got business at 54,
is the thing.
bro. I mean,
this is the thing.
I heard Boots say he walk around close to 175, and that 154 would be no problem. I even heard him talk about 160.
But
this is his career.
This is the thing.
Finish his career at 60.
This is the thing when it comes to BVO, though. This is the thing. BVO want me to force Jerron to 154 when he hasn't done anything at 47, because this is the same person that said Jerron Ennis doesn't deserve a fight with Bud because he hasn't done anything.
Right. And then he called him an email champ, and he called him an email champ too.
But now you want him to go up to 54.
I said that wrong. I'm not going to use that term anymore. I said that wrong. I'm not going to use that email champion. I apologize to anybody I said that about. For somebody being serious, that was very childish and bush league for me to say that. The thing is, Jerron Ennis was awarded a belt. How he got it, I didn't mean to say email champion. He was awarded a belt. Go ahead.
But that rule been going down from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
You get stripped and go to the man.
See, the thing is, let this man move up when he feel like he needs to move up. This man, according to y'all, once again, he hasn't done anything at 147. So let him go ahead and make his name at 147. Try to become undisputed at 147, and then he can move up. Tim Tszyu ain't going nowhere. Tim Tszyu is like 25, 26. He ain't going nowhere. Jerron Boots Ennis is like 25, 26. Yeah. He ain't going nowhere. He's going to be still right there.
You telling me you don't want to see that fight?
No, I didn't say I didn't want to see that fight. I said let Jerron Boots Ennis move up when he's ready to move up.
But be realistic.
The time is now.
No time is now. He has business at 147. He wants to clean up. He said he wants to become undisputed.
How you but let me say, if Tszyu says his name and Boots says something back, let's see that fight.
No, yeah, but
let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that.
Tim Tszyu ain't gonna say his name because he at 147. Tim Tszyu ain't gonna say his name. He's at 147.
Bro. He's not calling out no welterweight, free. He's exactly right.
Why fucking not? That's a big ass fight for him.
No, Tszyu probably might be. He might want to move up the middleweight. We don't.
Hold up, y'all just told me. BVO just told me that he's not a draw. So how is that a big fight for Tim Tszyu? How is it a big fight?
This is
I don't know. I just want to see it fight.
Right into free trap.
Hold on,
he just told me he wasn't a draw. So how are you going to sell that as a big fight?
Because that's a big fight in Australia. That's why.
BVO, you can't have it both ways, BVO.
Lewis agrees with BVO. He said in the chat, besides Crawford, who else is there for Ennis to fight at 47? And that,
Nobody.
I mean, and I know there is people because there are people with
No.
belts.
If I put like this, and this is me saying this respectfully, if Jerron Ennis has a pair of nuts, he needs to go up into 154 and fight those guys.
That's
It's just that
blasphemy.
simple.
I'm just letting you know, BVO, you be getting a phone call again. I'm just letting you know that. I'm gonna let you know. So
and when
you get a phone call, you gonna be like, "Free, you was right. They called me, man." I'm like, I told you. You doing the same thing that everybody was doing to Monster anyway when it came to Tank Davis. Monster anyway need to move up and fight Tank Davis. This man is at 122.
Right.
You just want him to skip. No, I say you're doing the same thing that everybody else was doing to Monster anyway when it came to Tank Davis. You're doing the same thing. You moving this man up, and he hasn't made his bones at 147 yet.
He got business to stand on at 47.
I don't really see. I don't think that's a good comparison, though, Free. I compare him more to people wanted Jamal Charlo to move up and fight David Benavidez, but it wasn't really shit for him to do at 160.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And doing shit was just a ridiculous.
The reason why
I don't know what that was. People wanted to see that. I don't know.
The reason why the people wanted to see Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez is because Jamal Charlo said, "I'll break David Benavidez's neck." You never heard Tim Tszyu say anything about Boots. You never heard Boots say anything about Tim Tszyu. Don't nobody want to see that fight.
But that's what I said. If they say something, let's hear it. Let's see it.
Ain't nobody calling that fight. Ain't nobody calling for that fight. Let that man make his bones at 147, become undisputed at 147 like he said he wants to, and then he'll move to 54.
Talk about 140, yeah, because right now he has fights that because since people said he ain't fought nobody, he can fight the fights that he needs at welterweight, beat them guys, get all the belts. Terrence go up to move Canelo, then there's 2 more belts that's vacant. He got business to take care at 147, BVO. You got to understand that. If a big fight come out for the right kind of money at 54, then I'm sure the Ennis family will take the fight. But until then, he has business at 147. Get over it.
I will ask you guys one question. And this is the problem with a guy like Prize Fighter, because Prize Fighter is so biased. It's almost disgusting that he's this biased.
We know that Prize Fighter has ties to Philadelphia. I get it, but it's shameful the fact that you don't want this guy to grow a pair of nuts and fight somebody who can actually.
Did you just hear anything I just said, or you just
everything you said didn't make any sense because Andre Ward did it.
Andre Ward, because he cleaned out a division. It was time to go.
Andre Ward did not. At 160, he didn't do nothing. There was nobody for him to fight. Triple G didn't want it. And he left the division.
That was people that didn't want it. It wasn't that it was nobody for him to fight. There was people that didn't want to fight him.
Right.
The only person that said they didn't want to fight Jerome Boots Ennis is Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford, and both of them are out of the division.
And Sean Porter said he didn't want no parts of him too.
He retired.
Danny Garcia said it too.
Danny Garcia didn't say anything.
No, he said he would.
Danny Garcia said he didn't want to let Boots make his name off of him.
Danny ain't even in the division either. Y'all talking about guys that's not even in the division.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I get what you're saying. I think the thing that I'm saying, Free, that you might be not missing what I'm saying.
If he's so great, take your behind on 154 and go against that monster named Tim Tszyu. I say Tim Tszyu.
So he go to 50. He go to 54. He beat Tim Tszyu. And you're gonna be like, well, Tim Tszyu ain't really fought nobody either. He ain't fight nobody, but Brian Mendoza. He fought Brian Mendoza and Tony Harrison. He ain't really fight nobody neither.
Right. That's not cooking from
that. Was a former champion.
Lewis said, but who at 147 is for Ennis to fight? Give me an example, Free.
No, he got Stanionis there.
Cody Crowley.
He ain't fought in 2 years, Free. What are you talking about? He ain't fought in 2 years, Free.
I don't care if he fought
in 2 years. You just bring up a dude who ain't fought in 2 years.
Hold up.
That's crazy.
Hold up. I don't care if he hasn't fought in 2 years or not. That man will be the WBA champion. I want Jerome Boots Ennis to get his undisputed fight.
Right, get his belts so he's are the name standing.
He will be the undisputed. He will be the WBA champion. So Jerome Boots Ennis has to fight him to become undisputed.
You know what this reminds me of? This is the same crap that Bernard Hopkins did. It's the same crap.
No, but you
Wanting
didn't
to be
care.
great.
You didn't care when Jamal didn't fight for 2 years.
crazy,
You were like,
man.
he should go ahead and fight Canelo. He should fight Canelo. You didn't care about Jamal being out for 2 years. Why you care about Stanionis being out for 2 years? You didn't care about Jamal.
He won't get no credit. He won't get no credit for being Stanionis.
All right, man.
Because
like I said, you got double standards because you didn't care about Jamal, but now you care about Stanionis.
You're missing Jamal's a 2-division champion. You're missing what I'm saying.
No,
Jamal
it doesn't matter.
He's
been out for 2 years. Just like you said, he's been out for 2 years.
And he got shit going on in his personal life.
So let me ask you guys this before we get out of here. And I want to get your honest opinion. So for what you see in that boxing, I want you guys to tell me, where does all the hate for PBC come from? I'm gonna let my man Monkey Dan start this off because he's been pretty quiet. Go ahead, Mark. Where does all the hate for PBC come from?
I really can't say. I think that goes back a long, long way. And somebody who was there to witness the beginnings of PBC would probably be more better to answer that question. All I know is boxing. I don't think boxing is really in really good shape right now. I was talking to my sister the other day, and she basically told me that boxing is so boring. She turned it off and decided to watch tennis. That shit hurt my soul, BVO. I don't know what to do with that. Well, go ahead, Free.
No, the PBC, the hate from PBC came from because they were the new kids on the block and they took all Oscar De La Hoya fighters. That's where the hate came from. It was associated with Floyd Mayweather, and they took all the fighters from Oscar De La Hoya. That's where all the hate came from. They said, "Oh, Al Heyman is paying his fighters too much money," and that's where it started from. And once Golden Boy and Bob Erm ran, and Eddie Hearn and them ran with that, everybody followed suit. That's where it came from. Because Al Heyman is a black man, and all the rest of those guys are of a different nationality.
Go ahead.
And they come in and exactly with Free, because I was going to start my point off by saying because it's a black-owned company. Let's just start.
Can I ask you a question, Free?
You ain't even let me finish.
No, my bad. I got to ask this question. Can I ask you a question, Free? Is it just me, or you and Prize Fighter almost always say the same thing? Is that just me that noticed that?
No, it's just that we disagree a lot on the same points. That's all. It's okay. We don't have to be at odds because me and Free normally agree, and we have our moments where we disagree. You know what I mean? Like
I never heard you disagree once.
Yes, I do. Like we got pound for pound. There's audio of me and Free going back and forth, tons of it. You can go pull it up. He just agreed. I disagree. We disagree with some of the same shit. Al Heyman is a black company. They don't already like that. He's going against the white boys, and they got the money, and he's got to go make his deals and do what he needs to do. He's at a little standstill right now, but I'm pretty sure he has a trick up his sleeve because he always does. And Richard Schaefer, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't paying attention to his company, and Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer was doing things, and they had set it up to where when Oscar did realize and he wants to take over his company, he ain't had nobody sign there. Everybody was on a one-fight deal. And they was all advised by Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer. You know what I mean? So PBC is okay. People, y'all weird for preying on their downfall. That's bad for boxing. I don't like Top Rank, but I don't want them out of business. I don't like the Zone, but I don't want them out of business. They put fights on. I love boxing. So y'all weirdos, bro. PBC, they'll be fine. They got all the stars.
I know we're running over, man. We're trying to get a more professional format going. But let me ask you guys this final question. What do you think Canelo Alvarez's announcement is going to be tomorrow?
Do I think what?
What do you think Canelo Alvarez's announcement is going to be tomorrow?
I really don't know because I know he's not going to announce a fight because it's too far away from Cinco de Mayo. I think, I mean, it might be something with a TV deal or something because I heard something about he got a deal in Mexico, a TV deal in Mexico, so that could be his big announcement. I don't know.
Yeah, that Aztec thing. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But that
Azteca thing. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that they might be announcing that. You know, people saying, "Oh, he gonna announce his part ways with Al Heyman." Some people say he retire. You know, I don't know. It's a mess. People just making up stuff, but we'll have to wait to see what Canelo gonna say. It probably ain't gonna be that deep.
I'm hoping that it's a big shock surprise announcement of David Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know what he's gonna announce.
We know
Just imagine that.
it ain't gonna be no Jaime Maguire because Oscar De La Hoya would have definitely leaked that out already.
For sure.
Yep.
And that's another thing too. I didn't even think about it until somebody said it earlier today. I don't see Oscar De La Hoya. I don't see Canelo Alvarez fighting Jaime because he don't want to do business with Oscar. He already sued Oscar.
He don't fight
really
Mexican. He don't fight Mexicans anyway. So why are we?
But him and Jaime are good friends, Free. I don't know about that.
No, he don't want to do business. He hate Oscar more than he's friends with Jaime.
Right.
Hey, that's rough. I don't know.
And he doesn't fight Mexicans. Your man said he don't fight Mexicans. So why is that?
I seen pictures of Jaime with. I think Canelo has a daughter. They were all together. I believe it was Disney World or something like that. Disneyland.
He's friends. He's friends. Yeah, but his hatred for Oscar is deeper than that.
Dang, I didn't know you hated Oscar. I thought he just was mad.
No, Oscar. He was supposed to get $300 million from Oscar. He said he didn't get his money.
Oh wow!
And he got out of the contract too. And court let him out of it. That didn't last long at all in court. That shit was handled.
I don't think he hate Oscar. But I do think that he feel Oscar has loyalty fucked up.
I think he hates Oscar.
Oh yeah, that man hate Oscar. He was telling Ryan Garcia to leave Oscar. That man, he hate Oscar.
No, but that's business. He was trying to get Ryan Garcia on his side.
Yeah. Hey, but let me ask you guys this. We heard about the prize of Marky Dan show. What time is that show tomorrow, y'all?
9:30.
Yep. Same time every week.
This Wednesday, I don't believe me and Fred be out here because it's gonna be Valentine's Day. You know, brothers gotta take care of home or whatever the case may be. So I don't know if it'll be back Wednesday. We're gonna make it up, I'm sure. But keep your cameras rolling. BVO Boxing is back. The Roll with the Punches podcast with D Free and BVO is back. And you know what's funny? Y'all say all the time. Yes, I do cook D Free every time. But that's my brother, man. So nothing stops. I'm gonna keep cooking my brother.
He wish.
I'm gonna keep cooking my brother week, all week, no matter what. And don't forget the best new show of 2024. The Prize of Marky Dan show. And some people say Prize is a hater of Spanish fighters. Yes, that's true. But the man is great for TV, man. Salute to y'all. We'll be back. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's a pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and facial rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. All you said is smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.